this? Get this fucking camera out of my face. What's going on? I told you to get that camera out of my face.
Dad,
Jesus
Dad.
Christ.
You called them.
Where did this fucking blood come from?
They're here. They're here for you. The
I
MTV
told you to
show.
get that
Dad,
camera.
look at me. You called them. They're here for your show from MTV or whatever.
Yeah, my dad, he was a pretty popular rock star. He started playing guitar when he was 7 and he's never stopped. But you know how it goes when you start getting successful. Drugs, the alcohol. A lot of musicians can't handle it. Before you know it, you're forgotten and going nowhere. Playing in alleys for drugs and whatever. It just didn't help when my mom died.
Please, guys, please stay. He needs to see how he acts around people so he can get back up on his feet and change. And I really need you to stay and do this.
I think we're probably just gonna get out of here.
I'll pay you double what I was paying you before.
So the reason I want to do this is pretty simple. Want to have an awesome comeback, film the entire process, sell to MTV, make millions, just so I can rub it in everybody's faces, especially those down at Rolling Stone and those record label bitches. Told me I couldn't play and tour live while I'm doing that much meth. I mean, come on. At least it's not heroin. So that's when I made the switch to mushrooms. And boy, did that open my eyes. Realized mid-set one night that every song I ever wrote was directly influenced by these label bitches. And my bandmates, managers, they're going behind my back, scheming something. Then Kelly died, and that was it. Couldn't go on.
The crowd gazed, speechless, as Benjamin Diamond began cutting his arms, proceeding to rub raw meat all over his body. While doing so, calling out to his manager and record execs to fight him on stage. After only playing 3 songs, he collapsed on stage, passed out from loss of blood. The worst part of this sad excuse for a rock show, however, was it all seemed like such a sham. A wannabe fraud playing nothing but mediocre, refurbished, and amateur rock and roll. Yeah, he didn't like that one too much.
Hey guys, sorry about that freak out. You know, sometimes you just forget what kind of mushrooms you're putting on your omelet.
God. Pants. Go put some pants on.
Pants. Marvelous idea.
Pants.
Hey, you guys want to come for a tour of La Maison?
Pants.
You seem to have all the characteristics of a rock star, but according to the critics, you lack the general skill of a great musician. What do you think of that, and what does music mean to you in general?
Oh, that sounds like a hell of a question for a sound man. Sounds like somebody needs a fucking beating. Just kidding.
Do you have an answer to the question?
Well, music is such a subjective thing. Like a fan could make an album an important part of their life, really adore it, and some douchebag down at Rolling Stone magazine tears the fucking thing apart. I mean, in the end, who do you think I'm going to end up smoking a joint with? As for the music, it's an important part of me. It's like a bone in my body. I mean, if you were to take away my livers or my kidneys, I'd die. If you take away music away from me, I'd probably die too. I mean, or off myself with a piece of chicken wire. All right, yeah, so this is the studio where all the magic happens. Hey, Dave, you know I got my shit going on here today. Come on, let's have some respect. Over here I got my speakers and shit, and my bitches. There's my little sound machine over here. You guys want to hear some of the new tunes I'm working on? It's a little bit experimental, but I think you guys will like it. Anyway, here it is. Yeah! Right! Yeah!
Whatever happened to your old backing band?
Well, it's pretty depressing actually. I don't like talking about it very often. There's Paul, our old drummer. He went back to school for science or something faggy like that. Now he's over in Europe working on that THC thing. I don't know. I think it has something to do with pot.
Don't you mean the Large Hadron Collider?
Yeah, whatever. Pretty stupid. Then there's Paul, our old bassist, and he became a religion teacher. Naturally, we haven't spoken since.
And what about Marcus Franz? Whatever happened to him?
Marcus Franz, eh? Well, that's him, over there.
Ben used to seem like this out-of-control rock star back in his heyday. But do you think he has changed or matured at all?
He's definitely a man-child, you know, and he's proud of it. He lives life to the fullest, or at least he thinks he does. But, you know, there's some days where he's calm and he's collective, and there's others where he's...
Like today?
Actually, today was a pretty calm day.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm doing a fundraiser for Crackheads Anonymous type benefit thing. You guys should come down, interview the guys, ask them about me, ask them about my work. It'll be awesome.
You're playing at a fundraiser for Crack Addicts Anonymous?
Yeah, sure, somebody's got to look out for those forgotten rebel guys. Not like a bunch of pussies like you guys. You know, they weren't the guys that ran home to their mommies every time somebody offered them a cigarette with a little bit of pot in it.
I don't know. I have a feeling I shouldn't have drank that bottle of water.
You drank that water? I'm pretty sure there's LSD in there.
Yeah, there sure as is. Hey buddy, why don't you have a seat? You're gonna have the time of your life.